I once had a very frustrated client come to me during a coaching session, and they said they weren't being seen or heard at work. Most people aren't stuck in their careers because they're bad at their jobs or they lack skills. They're stuck because of how people perceive them already. I'm Ricky. I've been in the corporate world for 20 years, and I made my way up to become an executive at a publicly traded global company by the time I was 34. Once we have come to a conclusion about someone, it's very hard to change our minds. And more importantly, we won't go out of our own way to reevaluate someone unless they give us a good reason to. I once had a very frustrated client come to me during a coaching session, and they said they weren't being seen or heard at work. And as we got deeper into the discussion during our session, we found out that there was a negative perception around this person at work. She was given feedback by her manager and other stakeholders that she worked with that she wasn't showing up at work and she wasn't leaning in during meetings. This was surprising to her because she felt she was putting in 110% at work. She put in long hours and worked really hard on leading projects. What she learned as we dove deeper into that discussion was that she often was so busy and inundated with all the work that she had to do that during meetings, she would have her camera off. And when the meetings were in person, she would be sitting in the corner typing furiously away, responding to emails and putting out fires. She thought that was what would get noticed. She interpreted that hard-working mentality and hard-working behavior as something that managers and stakeholders would value and they would appreciate. And to her surprise, they gave her feedback that she wasn't showing up during meetings. This is the unspoken rule that is happening here. People will form judgments on you from the moment that they meet you. From the moment you join that meeting, people are going to notice you. They're going to be observing you. And more importantly, you have about 7 to 10 seconds to make an impression. Whether that impression is positive or negative, it's going to make an impression on people in the meeting, especially when it comes to leaders and managers. They are constantly evaluating people and trying to figure out if they have leadership potential. What that means is basically, can they go beyond just doing the work? Can they go beyond just crunching the hard hours? Can they see you in front of executives? Can they see you influencing others through your communication, through your other soft skills? These are all the things that managers and leaders notice, especially when there's an opportunity to get to know you and talk to you during meetings. So it's very crucial that when you are invited to a meeting, you are crystal clear about what your role is in that meeting. If you are not going to contribute actively, or if you don't have thoughts to share, it's better for you not to attend the meeting than to attend the meeting and just stay quiet or have your video off or not talk at all throughout the whole 30 minutes or an hour in the meeting. Because what's happening there is, if you do show up and let's say you don't have any thoughts to contribute and you tell yourself, well, that's okay, I'm just here to observe, I'm just here to learn, I'm just here to listen. Sometimes that's okay, but more times out of not, what happens is people will notice that you are in the meeting and that you are not actively contributing. And imagine if someone is meeting you for the first time and they see that your behavior is you join a meeting and you didn't contribute or you didn't say anything other than maybe at the end, thank you, bye. That's going to be their perception of you. That's going to be the brand that you've already developed for yourself in the eyes of that person. And when it comes to performance reviews, when it comes to career progression, one of the unspoken rules that we'll talk about in a later video is that perception matters. Of course, hard work and outcomes and results that you drive matter as well. But one of the most important things that people overlook when they think about career growth and career progression is that they forget perception. They forget the psychology behind how people behave. If you want more practical career guidance rooted in psychology and actually based on how people think and feel in the real world, subscribe for more, and I'll see you next time.